Hey guys, welcome to another FIFA 18 career mode video. This one is very kindly sponsored by the guys over at Top 11. As such, there won't be any other ads running on the video, so there won't be any more interruptions to your career mode content. But let me show you the Top 11 app. You can see I've got it up on my phone right now. It's kind of a mobile management app, similar to career mode, but actually there are some features in this that I'd love to see in career mode. As you can see, this is the home screen. Got a game coming up, Chesnoid FC against Hamza FC. And they're actually, if I come here on the left-hand side, and show you the league table. They're actually right above me in the league at present. Neither of us are in really any sort of consistent form whatsoever. I've got a win, a draw, a loss, a win and a draw in my past few games. So if I can pick up a victory against Hamza, then that would see me jump above them, maybe even above Red Devils, and perhaps even as far as Withawat and Carlos FC up there in the top four. Top 4 is very important in top 11 because finishing the top 4 and you win access to the Champions League. You can see the squad that I'm running right now. It's a 4-3-3 formation. My team's actually pretty decent. They're not that bad. I would like perhaps to get a couple of better strikers though. You can see Carrington there's only 3 and a tiny teeny sliver of a star. Similarly with Johnson in my midfield. I do have a couple of places where I can improve, but to improve, actually, in the squad, you can actually select your tactics for any upcoming game, both attack and defence-minded. You can see mine on your screen right there. So they're the tactics that I'm running. You'll have to let me know in the comment section what tactics you run on Top 11. There will be a link in the description down below to download it. It is available on PC, iOS and Android completely for free, and it's cross-platform as well. So you only have one account, and you can use that same account on desktop, on iOS and on Android, which is actually pretty sick. So you can play on your phone when you're out and about, and then when you get home, you can go on your PC and continue on your progress, which is pretty sick, to be fair. You can train your players, so I'll just quickly give you an example here. Might as well train Carrington, considering he's really not very good. But I'm going to go for one-on-one scorer, and we'll see if we can train him with that, and hopefully that will improve his ability on the pitch, and fingers crossed, I won't necessarily have to replace him. If I do want to replace him, though, if I scroll down here, look, there we go, there's the transfers tab. So I can have a look here. You can see at the top, I've got £5.73 million available to me, and I see KC here available for 1.12 million. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bid, as it says right now. Someone else has already bid 1.09, but I'm going to bid 1.1 million, and we'll see if we're successful with that. If I go to grounds, you can see you can actually upgrade your facilities. Now, this is something we'd like to see in FIFA career mode. If I go to stadium, look, I can improve loads of things about my ground. My ground at the minute isn't that good, but I can do a small upgrade with regards to seats for 60,000, but it's going to take a while to build them. You see 100 grand there, but if I go for the large upgrade of 140,000 pounds, and I can upgrade my seats. You can speed it up if you so wish. But yeah, that's the basic gist of it. It's a really fun app actually, and obviously playing on the go on your phone is pretty sick, and then being able to come back when you've been out and carry on your PC. The auction is about to end. There's 10 seconds left, and I'm still the highest bidder. I didn't realise that's been a full 2 seconds. Well, with 4 seconds to go, I've won him, I believe. Wait, sold. There you go. I have myself a brand new striker. Kira Sega has signed for me. I have a new striker. That is absolutely superb. We will throw him. You won the auction. Thank you very much. We will throw him straight into the starting lineup for Carrington. So there we go. Hopefully, he can give me a decent result against Hamza, and then in that fixture against them, I might be able to get the victory. Now, maybe he'll actually be the difference. But that's top 11. If you want to download it, there is a link in the description, like I say. So get on it, and you'll be able to play me as well. You can add friends via Facebook. You can also do online friendlies as well. So hit me up on Twitter if you want to play me, and I'll try and find the time to spare some time to play in amongst all of my other FIFA recordings. But speaking of FIFA recordings, that's where we'll head now. We'll carry on with the Chelsea career mode. Thank you very much to the guys at Top 11 for sponsoring today's video. Like I say, no more monetization on the video, so no ads. Enjoy the rest of the video. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 19 of the FIFA 18 Chelsea career mode. We are in the January transfer window, of course. As mentioned, this one has been recorded ahead of time, as was the case with yesterday's, but I will be taking on your suggestions in the next episode for the new Cesc Fabregas replacement player. So do not worry, please do continue to give me your suggestions. Today we'll face Leicester and Brighton, and we'll see if we get any offers in. I'm not actively looking to sell anyone, but if we get any offers in, we'll certainly consider them. Depending on, of course, who it is actually for. Growth of the squad has been very good so far this year. We're still waiting on a couple of players to come back from injury. If I have a look at the squad hub, should be able to see... where are you? David Luiz is currently out injured, unfortunately, but will be back soon-ish. 8 weeks. In a couple of months. He'll be back before the end of the season to help us get across the line, hopefully with regards hopefully with regards the league title. We are currently sat second, level on points still with Manchester United. Our goal difference just +2 behind them, or -2 behind them technically, I suppose. And it looks like it really is just going to be a 2-horse race between now and the end of the season. I think it was a 2 and then subsequently 3-horse race in the Manchester United series they did earlier on in the year, so or the capture event. So it seems to be that there always seems to be a couple of teams that run away with it, and then maybe another team will come through. But a couple of the big teams, as was the case in that Man United series, a couple of the big teams really underperforming. We had a transfer offer in for Kurt Zuma from Sevilla that I will just be rejecting immediately off the bat. Kurt, going to be a big part of my plans going forward. We have been given an extra £76,000 core. That will go a long way for next season's transfer budget as a reward for winning against Burton Albion, of course, in yesterday's episode. I'm not sure if that means that the next round of the FA Cup has actually been drawn yet. It may have been. I'll check the what's the word I'm looking for? Calendar in a moment, as soon as we get as far as the Leicester game. Do drop the video a like, though, if you enjoy, of course, and subscribe to the channel, too, to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. Next FA Cup game, as of yet, hasn't been drawn, so we'll jump now into this game against Leicester City and hope to pick up another set of 3 points. Leicester, again, unsurprisingly, playing with 2 banks of 4, with Jamie Vardy and Slimani up top, DeMarcos and Wendell in the wing-back areas, with Musa wide left and Mahrez wide right, expecting them to play on the counter, so we'll have to be prepared for that. And hopefully, regardless of that, though, we still should be able to get a victory. Slimani out here to Jamie Vardy, to Slimani again. Well intercepted by Azpilicueta, but Vardy still runs away with the ball. Zuma does even better. And Vardy again cuts it out, and it's going to drop here to Wendell. Leicester getting slightly fortunate with the way they keep possession here, but if they can make it count, I'm sure they won't care. Iborra on a nice run here. Kante will cut that out, and we will work it away properly this time. Go to Morata first, back to Coutinho. Morata could spin in behind, which he has looked to do, but didn't actually do it with any real conviction. He just trotted in behind. Helping us with the big switch. Hazard with an exceptional touch, as you might expect. Kante to Cesc. There's Willian. I'll get this to Coutinho if I can, and then quickly to Morata. I want to try and find some space for a shot, which we've done. Alvaro. Oh, straight to the face of Iborra, unfortunately. Not many chances in this game so far. Again, trying to quickly move it up to their front line here, Leicester, to try and catch me on the counter. Pinging it over the top for a second time. This time looking for Mahrez, but Andreas Christensen is there. Not many chances, like I say, in this game to this point. Beautiful ball by Hazard into Willian. I'll dink this, looking for Morata. That probably was handball by Wendell, but never mind. Not got handballs turned on after half an hour. We will stay at 0-0. Injury here to Azpilicueta. He's holding his knee, but David Luiz held his knee and had a broken ankle, but Azpi's going to have to come off here, playing at right back. We do have replacements, obviously, with Victor Moses and Zappacosta readily available, but I'm hoping that Dave won't be out for too long. Otherwise, no, I probably won't. I've got the squad to be able to cover for that position. I don't need to buy a replacement if he's out for the rest of the season, but hopefully he's not going to be out for too long. But I guess time will tell. We'll find out after the game. Kante, Cesc, forward there, and all helped on the way, and Willian, oosh, finish and a half from the Brazilian. Not much happened in this first half, other than the injury to Azpi and a chance or two at either end, but a really incisive move there. Morata just helping it on its way, and Willian smacking that first time, as he did, was it yesterday or the day before? It might have been the day before. He banged one into the top corner. That not quite as high, but still clinically into the back of the net. We lead 6 minutes before half-time. Musa in there to Fabregas. Willian round the corner. Coutinho into Eden Hazard. If we could get a second before half-time, that would be very beneficial. Knock that back there to Willian, and then round the corner to Morata. Oh, he's turned brilliantly. Surely this will be 2, and is. Right, that should be game then. They have been difficult to play against, but having gotten a 2-goal advantage, I think that might be just enough to get us into the 3-point zone, so to speak. Our 50th and 51st goals of the Premier League season so far. Great touch by Mahrez. I'm trying to outmuscle him here. Marcus Alonso does wonderfully to win that back. Poke that down the line to Hazard. Closing me down there. We'll use his momentum against him. Give this just short there to Cesc Fabregas, and into Morata in space. Coutinho, and Hazard will keep his run going around the corner beautifully from Coutinho. Hazard with a great touch, and the finish is sublime as well. It's Chelsea 3, Leicester 0 now. We've really hit our stride in the past 15 in-game minutes. just before half-time and just after half-time. A deft little finish just to squeeze it into that bottom corner. Excellent stuff from Chelsea here. 3-0 up. Borra. Well, that was rather fortunate, wasn't it? Here's Slimani trying to stop him from being able to get it to Vardy. Or by positioning Kurt Zouma in the way, which I did brilliantly, and then still turned into Jamie Vardy to give him the ball. Luckily for me, though, he still missed the target. That could have been rather embarrassing. Oh, indeed, with just a dinked pass, and Demarai, jeez, I can get my words out there. Demarai Gray with an effort that is well saved by Courtois at the near post for a corner to Leicester. We'll get that way through Hazard, but only as far as Ndidi. Cross here to Demarai Gray, just had that effort, and he's having another, and that was well struck. Thibaut with a good save. He did score in the last game against us, actually, Demarai Gray, with a header. I think I mistakenly called him Andre Gray at the time. I remember getting lambasted for that in the comment section, but got his name right this time around. But unfortunately for him, this time around, he wasn't able to find the back of the net at either attempt. Free kick for Leicester in a dangerous position. Just over 20 minutes left to go. It's dinked in, and well then, how is that for a set piece from the training ground? Demarai Gray had a couple of efforts a moment ago. This one, deftly lofted on, first time from the free kick. I thought for a minute I was going to be able to get there with a defender to head it away, but I got nowhere near that, in fairness. Mahrez just with a lofted effort, and Demarai Gray, I mean, is the keeper at fault there? I don't think so. I mean, he's tried to move to his left, and then perhaps he should have done better. Perhaps he should have done better. Regardless, it's Leicester 1, Chelsea 3, but I don't think that will be them coming back into the game. Fabregas. Morata. There's Coutinho, and the 1-2. Oh, well then. Alvaro Morata and Coutinho linking up for a goal. I'd never have guessed it. Chelsea 4. Leicester City 1. Now that they've scored theirs, I've literally gone up the other end, and that is a hell of a finish from Alvaro. Wowzers. Stunning strike. 4-1. Oh, lovely ball by Borra over the top. Defenders calling for offside, but Zappacosta is able to cut it out anyway. 2 minutes added on here at the end of the game. I'll ping that out wide looking for Willian. He should be able to keep that in, actually. Oh, he's done brilliantly to do so. Now I need Morata to arrive. I'll whip it. Morata goes for the chest control, and it hits him in the face. What a way to end the game. Chelsea 4, Leicester 1. Morata had a good game, picking up a goal or two, but I don't know what that attempted first touch was. But anyway, 4-1 to us in the end. Very even game. I had a lot of the ball, though, but you expect that against Leicester. Like I say, counter-attacking side, look to let you have possession and then pounce on you. They tried to pounce a few times, but unfortunately they missed quite a few times as well. Into the next game, unless, of course, there's any transfer business to bring to your attention. And actually, I just want to see how long Cesar Azpilicueta is going to be out for. Please don't be out for too long, Dave. Holding my breath. 8 weeks with a dislocated shoulder. Why is he holding his knee if he had a dislocated shoulder? Oh dear. Oh, God, that's frustrating. We have the players in the squad to be able to deal with that, though. I can play Zappacosta in the first team, drop Moses into right back in the reserve side, and that just means that players like Charlie Musonda, Kennedy, and Ewan Mason will get more first team football thanks to that injury. Out for 8 weeks as Azpilicueta, but we should be able to deal with that. Transfer offer in for Charlie Musonda, which is interesting. He has been very good for me this year, but I'm not going to be selling him, especially for just £700,000 over his valuation. But nice to see that he's getting the attention that his performances have deserved. And not only attention, but attention from a top side like Borussia Dortmund as well. So we'll have to wait and see if we get anything else between now and the Saturday. Tournament prize money, presumably that's another confirmation of the email about £76,000 into the coffers for next season because of the FA Cup, which means, theoretically, eventually now, the FA Cup should have been drawn. Monthly scouting updates as well. A loan offer, yes, confirmation of the FA Cup. A loan offer from Newcastle for Kennedy. No. He's been decent for me this year. Not as good as Charlie Musonda, but still decent. Right, these scout reports, we're all terrible. You have the potential, as do you, although I don't really need a goalkeeper. Actually, no, I might need a goalkeeper, because... yeah, I might need a goalkeeper. Willy Caballero is ageing, and we've sold Eduardo. Maybe we'll see how he grows. 65 to 87, we'll see. 57 to 77 is a definite no. 92 potentially, 82 definitely not. And the final one from Mr. Brennan. Sven Engel, maybe. No, sorry, Sven Wolf. Ooh, 77 to 94 is promising. 65 to 91. I'll give him another month. 54 to 72 is a definite no. Potentials there with regards to the kids. A couple that we could look to call up if their ratings or potentials are a little bit higher. And the FA Cup has been drawn here in this Saturday. I expected it to be so. So we'll play Charlton and Bournemouth in tomorrow's episode. But for today, we will end with a game against Brighton and Hove Albion away from home, I think it is. Another 2 sets of banking of 4, but again the 4-4-1-1 for Brighton. We played them recently and smacked them. Like, full on smacked them, the same way we just did to Leicester. So they'll be hoping that doesn't happen again. I'll be hoping it does. Their feet driving forward. Squeezes it through there to Charlotto, sorry. Charlotto with the ball in. And Sacco. Not the most difficult of chances for Courtois to try and stop, but that's all Brighton have mustered so far. But if I'm honest, I haven't really mustered anything myself either. Been a pretty dud game, although Morata could actually be in behind here. What's the betting? As soon as I say it's been a pretty dud game, no, we're not going to take the lead. Wow. Alvaro Morata with a horrendous effort on his left foot there. I think that's just 1 shot apiece now in the opening half an hour, is it? It is. 1 shot apiece in the opening half an hour, and they all come within a couple of moments of each other, but neither of them causing either goalkeeper any problems. Alonso in there to Coutinho. There's not much happening in this game so far, as you've seen. Oh, literally, last time I said that, I created a chance. I've done so again. That left-footed effort was better, shall we say, from Alvaro Morata than his last one, but still not really causing any problems. Good save despite the deflection. Hunamaya will eventually decide what to do with the ball and get rid of it. And you may have heard me in previous episodes when playing Crystal Palace away from home that the CPFC continued song is rather frustrating to listen to when you're playing. Brighton fans just keep going, seagulls, 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 like the entire game. I can hear him doing it again now. It's so annoying. Shut up! Morata, I'm going to try and silence them with a goal, but that pass was meant for Coutinho and it went towards Zappacosta for some reason. A minute and a bit to go till half-time. Still 0-0 here at the Amex. Although we might be able to create something here with Hazard if he can turn his side, which he has done wonderfully, but unfortunately the second defender gets here to stop me. Prepper. Well blocked by Marcus Alonso. Caught me napping a little bit there, Brighton. And now we might actually catch them napping going the other way. Try and draw this defender towards me, then play it over the top to look for Willian again. Brings it down well enough, but Sutner has shown some good strength there. I nearly got caught out there at the start of the second half. I was not concentrating. Still 0-0 though. Continue to Willian. In there to Morata. Dortmund apparently in for Theo Walcott. But it was nearly my winger that helped us take the lead there. Theo not been performing for Arsenal apparently this season. Dortmund tried for Charlie Musonda. I rejected them, and now they appear to have switched their attentions to Theo Walcott. So they're clearly in the market for a winger, Borussia Dortmund, but not having much luck in actually acquiring one so far. Cesc could acquire us a 1-0 lead, but Tim Krul, when called upon, despite not having much to do, has his concentration levels quite high. Corner to come in here from Cesc. Whip it towards the near post. Keeper's come. He's come to single-handedly punch. I'll drop to Coutinho. Now Felipe can bang them, and he hasn't this time. Alonso, Kante, Alonso. I do want to get a win here if I can. I don't want to smack them 4-0 at home and then fail to even score against them away. Oh, I thought for a moment that was going to bury itself in the bottom corner, but Morata missing the target again. Hunamaya coming on here, coming off, sorry, for Bong, so change at left back for them. I might make a change myself actually. I just haven't been having that much luck today. Let's take Willian off and we'll bring on Pedro. He's always good for a goal, isn't he? We'll see if Peders can change the game for us. Pedro with a throw back there to Cesc. Switch it. Try and build down the left instead, he says as he immediately comes central. But there is a ball onto Morata. It had to be. It had to be. It had to be. It had to be. Off the bench. Pedro scores the goal to break the deadlock. I should have known. I should have known. I said he's always good for a goal. He's popped up with one. Chelsea 1, Brighton 0. Pedro is the man. Marcus Alonso. And then to Kante. Across to Cesc. Into Pedro. Oh, it's beautifully played. And a great finish as well from Coutinho. I think it was Pedro that got the assist as well, wasn't it? 2 goals in not too long. 2 goals in 10 minutes maybe. Pedro comes off the bench, gets a goal, and then the assist. We will check from the replay just to ensure it was Pedro. The fans happy enough. Cross him into Cesc. Yeah, it was Pedro, wasn't it? First time. Beautiful weight of pass. And Coutinho with the exquisite finish off the woodwork. Chelsea 2, Brighton 0. Stevens. Trying to hold off Kante. Ball forward was misplaced. We'll come away on the counter. There's not much time left in the game. We have, thanks to our couple of goals, been able to silence the crowd and their relentless chanting of the word seagulls, which was just infuriating. I was getting so annoyed playing this game earlier on, but having got myself a 2-0 lead, I'm not quite so frustrated now. It was more frustrating having not scored and being stuck at 0-0, trying to grind away to get a goal. What are you doing there, Bong? Thanks for the corner. I'll take that. Can we get a third to kill the game off? I have no idea what that sort of clearance was. Eden Hazard, unfortunately, is a man underneath it. This is going to drop to Pedro, though. Oh, that's a chop. That's a real chop from Kayal. He's off the bench and immediately getting himself involved. Jafra Sakho lays it off to Dale Stevens, the centre-back getting forward. Turns on Pedro there and scoops that, but I'll just hit that home, and that might be the end of the game, hopefully. It's not just yet, but the final whistle will be soon incoming. Well, that's a nice flick on. I couldn't quite get there, unfortunately. Oh, Coutinho's stolen it off him. Never mind. Oh, Bong's going to take it off me. Oh, but I'm going to take it off him, and there's the final whistle. So I'm not going to get a fourth, but another solid victory here. A clean sheet. We did it again. Booing from the Brighton fans. Not really too sure that's warranted. We are a side in form. Oh, it's 2-0. Did I just say 3-0? I meant 2-0. Solid win regardless. We're able to get ourselves a clean sheet and a victory to go hand in hand with the victory in the previous game, although unfortunately lack of a clean sheet there. But what have Man United done? That's the most important thing right now, because they keep matching my results. My goal difference will have improved slightly, and I don't know whether they've dropped any points because I can't see, because it's saying the FA Cup is next. Pedro will be happy because he played. Coutinho's happy as well, which is good news. Manager rating is up at 88, was it? Yes, 88, which is actually the highest I've had it for a while, just on career mode in general, let alone on FIFA 18. Even at Man United in the capture event series, despite winning the Premier League, it only stayed at about 75 or 80 at the most. So to be up at 88 is decent, actually. I'm pleased with that. Right, what are the top deals so far in the window? Oh, some big deals in the window so far. Luka Modric returns to the Premier League. Not only to the Premier League, returns to Spurs for £54.9 million. Koulibaly to Arsenal as well for 46.4. And Perisic has gone to Borussia Dortmund for 38.4 as well. So they have got themselves their winger, Borussia Dortmund. But Luka Modric back in the Premier League. That's a turn up for the books. I didn't see that coming, I'll be completely honest. Right, Charlton Athletic next in the FA Cup. That'll be in tomorrow's episode, where I will be acting upon your transfer suggestions. And we are top of the table. Oh, Man United lost on match day 23. So even if they win on match day 24, we'll still be 3 points clear at the top. We've got an advantage, lads. Let's try and hold on to it. Brighton down there in the relegation zone. Newcastle 19th. Burnley 20th. Everton down there in 16th as well. Struggling this season. Really interesting to see how the league table is working itself out this year. There are some big sides that aren't performing. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too for more. I'll see you next time.